Okay. I just want to make sure, because usually when you annex something, your property value goes up, your tax rate goes to the bottom. That's how you do when you get, like Judge, like if you get a bunch of new houses, you don't get to just leave your tax rate. If your property value goes up, you got to lower your tax rate. And now you want to set this tax rate, but you've talked to the comptroller and it's all okay.
I have talked, and I didn't come out and exactly ask that question exactly as you said, but my understanding is, no, that is not a true statement. But I will clarify that.
Because you may be down here with 3% and want to go to 7%, and then you go over the 8% rollback, and then the voters can roll you back to this lower amount. I don't know. I haven't been in their business. Maybe somebody here knows. I'm not against what y'all are trying to do, but
we're going to write the question down because, I mean, to get you
it's something y'all need to, I'm just throwing that out. I could be completely, I tried reading, I couldn't find that. So maybe somebody here knows.
From several years ago asking that question, it's more the actual dollar value, the total dollars than it is the rate because you're annexing. Go into operations and maintenance values on your tax statement. What is that amount? Is that what percentage above the tax that would be spread out over the entire area? It's not like adding a bunch of houses within what is now District 3. It's adding a whole other section which adds to the operating and maintenance. So will you be able to set the same tax rate? You don't know if you can set the same tax rate just in ESD 3 next year because you may have more money coming in. And at total gross value, total gross dollars may tell you have to lower the rate. So it's the dollars of what the actual amount of dollars that come in is what makes the difference. Because you're adding, instead of just adding houses in 3 or taxpayers in 3, you're adding taxpayers, but you're also adding expense for the operations and maintenance of that area too. So the two costs, as they said to me, they basically blank each other out. And yes, you'll be getting more money in, but your rate will adjust just like it would if you had the same number of people originally. What Ray is saying, yes, he's correct if it was just 3, but according to the tax attorney that we asked when there were some other issues like this, that's what they said. If you're adding operations and maintenance costs, and that's what we have, and that's what we're turning it over. So basically, the figures you were giving up there are correct. It may be the rates different, but that's figured on what you're getting in and what your operations and maintenance costs are.
That's all comfortable. I'm not against what y'all are trying to do, but you don't want to get caught in this deal without talking to the comptroller's office and finding out you can't bring any more revenue in. And then if you try to, you get a rollback and you're stuck. You might want to just talk to them.
Now, thank you for that's a good question. You will get the answer.
Yeah.
I think Mike gave it pretty good.
Yeah, but I agree with Ray.
We need to start to come.
My deal is I'm not afraid about paying the maximum amount of taxes. I just want the service. We have the service here now, and I don't want the service to change because we annex another area. Well, I'm not looking for mediocrity. I'm looking for it to get better.
exactly, that's what we're hoping for.
But I have one other question, and I want to thank you for all the hard work you put in. I want to thank you for going to the hospital board and working out a deal to where they were really willing to take this over. And the question I have to Kay Love is what happened to the plan that you had all formulated that was going to make everything happen correctly, and you were handing out a flyer telling people not to vote for pushing the hospital deal, when there was so much work was spent on it. What happened to this plan?
There has been a plan, and I think this falls right into the plan. That
So
this-
you
this
knew
takes
that
us-
Lavernia was gonna go down the tube, and there was gonna be a need to
No,
take
I
over
knew there
the...
was, I knew there was a problem in Livonia, and, you know, hopeful that something would happen. I'm sorry, too bad it happened the way it did, but
So are we
I've
gonna
always
work
been
real hard to get this deal passed? Or are we gonna work against it? That's my question.
I personally am in favor, because I think it leads us toward a countywide, it can lead us toward a countywide system if that's what everybody wants. I think what I heard with the hospital issue was that people did not want the hospital in control because they had the ability, the hospital had the ability to tax up to 75 cents on a $100 valuation. And it was the unknown in that taxation that people did not have full confidence in the hospital. And that's how I took that. I think I do have had mentally a plan that has not, I haven't spread it around, I don't know where you got a flyer, but with the idea that we could base a countywide system off of ESD 3 if that's what people want. If it's not, that's fine. Maybe it's too big. You know, smarter heads than mine will figure this out in the future, but I think this does offer a way to do a countywide, and if that's what people want. What's your idea?
I thought we were marching in a pretty straight line whenever we had the hospital on shore with it. I mean, in my opinion, we're 3 years behind where we would have been if we'd have passed that proposition. And I think we would have already been doing and having what we're talking about maybe having in 3 years now. And
Well,
I don't want to go
that's the
through,
past.
I don't want to go through the same thing if we're not all on the same
I
page.
hope we all are on the same page,
Yeah.
but that's it, that's why we're having these, to find out what page everybody's on.
Johnny, all the commissioners up here are on the page of, let's go along with this plan we have set up now, and that's what we need to do. To answer your other question on the ambulance situation, we'll know, if this goes through, we know now that Lavernia, the city of Lavernia area, will have an ambulance as capable as the ambulances we have here in Stockdale. We know that if we call for a backup ambulance to come over to Stockdale, we're gonna get a paramedic, just if this ambulance here in Stockdale is out. The backup ambulance will have the same capability as the ambulances that we have here. Same situation in Lavernia, if that Lavernia ambulance is out, they need a second ambulance. The ambulance coming from here will have the same capabilities that ambulance has. So we're gonna standardize the whole system. So, you know,
The plans, the visions that we have is to only go up, is to only improve what we have. Take what we have and improve it not only here, but across the entire district. And should Livonia want in on that, you know, the entire district will reap those benefits.
yes, sir.
The problem that I see with this is that, number one, Livonia needs ESD 3. Y'all don't need that. I live in Livonia, okay, and I am a paramedic. The question that we have here is, look how many people are in this room, and how many people we talked about representing. Getting back to the countywide that the hospital is going to run, I stumbled across it because I happened to read newspaper headlines standing at the convenience store. I received nothing in the mail. I mean, communication is not out there. Our biggest enemy is ignorance. Everybody I talked to about the countywide deal was the hospital's just going to raise our taxes. You know what you're getting for it? No. They're just going to raise our taxes. And that's how it was approached, is double taxation, increasing our taxes. Running through the same problem when you go to Livonia. They've had something free. It wasn't worth the crap, but it was free. And now they're going to start charging them for something, and they don't know what they're going to get. So we've got to, if we approach this in any shape, form, or fashion, we've got to get information out to the public. to the pliers, we gotta go to road unions, we got to have information out there, we gotta talk about the benefits and the deficits. The last slide talking about the deficits of the old EMS, the fines, the inadequate service, you never knew who or what, or if anybody's gonna show up. What you're gonna get now with this, the old hard-headed Lavergne people are sitting around going, I don't want them goddamn Stockdale people telling me what to do with my money. And people in Stockdale, I ain't gonna let no uppity Lavergne people tell me what to do. We gotta understand that it's not their money, it's our money, it's Wilson County's money. We are the citizens of Wilson County. We've got to let them know that the people in Lavergne who think that we're gonna be giving money to just support y'all because of a startup cost that you're trying to eliminate from them, that if we, goes like it is, that part of the county is gonna go faster than anything you've ever seen in your life. Remember, 25 years ago, Bandera 1604 was a two-way stop sign. Been out there today? Okay? So, the question is, when we start having calls out there, Lavergne's gonna start using all their money. And then the question we need to ask them is that when you start using some of the Stockdale's money, you gonna refund it to us? There should be no division. The other thing is that we need to talk about is, we don't need to have an argument over whose county service call it is in. We'll draw a line across the map, and then dispatch has to figure out whose it is, whose it's not. We want those people just to get in that ambulance within 2 minutes, roll there with the proper people and get out. That's the information that we got to get to the public.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. I mean, this is our first meeting.
Yeah.
Next week we'll be in
You need to
Lavergne.
contact all the churches in the Lavergne area and educate the leaders of those churches and tell them to go to their members and explain what needs to happen.
And let's keep in mind, these are only town hall meetings to get these guys information so they know what to do come February 15th in ordering an election.
Y'all know what to do.
You know, but if an election is ordered, yes, you can prepare. There's going to be multiple town hall meetings between February 15th and May 5th. I believe it's the 5th or 16th.
Yeah, we need to know that because
I mean, we have until February 16th in order an election.
Mike, did you have something?
Yeah, gentlemen, if I stand up over here,
No.
Robert's sitting behind me, and I hate it. First thing I want to say is thank you. Excuse me, when we needed you guys showed up. Thank you, we appreciate it. Y'all heard the people that were at the last meeting, the one that was held over in Lavergne. You heard some people say some things that were disparaging about this plan, about the representation and all that. I can assure you that is the minority of people. Pardon? I stopped Native Baldies and still with it. So. Good food, good place to eat. This gentleman right here that was sitting beside me, I was really surprised at the things he said. I've known him a while and I didn't know he knew those big words. But he's right. We're not going to be Lavergne and Stockdale. We're not going to be Sutherland Springs and Kycaster. What this is an adventure. It's an adventure in growth. We're going to change this from a ESD 3 that covers a certain area, and it's going to be an ESD 3 that covers another area, and we're all going to be one community. Because just like you've heard in here, if we don't grow, if Lavergne doesn't grow, if ESD doesn't grow, if Stockdale doesn't grow, if Oath doesn't grow, wherever, they're going to stagnate. If the services provided don't grow with them, the services will stagnate and we will stagnate with them. And as far as the representation, I got to tell you, I take a little offense to that. When people say, we want somebody from Lavergne to represent us, and by the way, I am from Lavergne. We want somebody from Lavergne. We want somebody from Stockdale. Folks, I've heard it more times than I want to hear it. I was the first president of ESD 1. Believe me, I know what it is and what we're going to do. Excuse me, as far as getting commissioners. We don't need a Stockdale commissioner and a Livonia commissioner. We need somebody who will be a commissioner that will have 3 priorities. Number 1 priority is making sure that the people who supply us with that service, hence the paramedics and the EMTs, have the tools, the equipment, and the training they need to provide service to everyone. That's their first priority. Their second one is to us. That's not the ESD. We are ESDs. The people. We pick 5 people to conduct our business for us. They're the board. We make these decisions. Okay? The second priority for the people that we want making our decisions is to make sure that we, as citizens of the ESD, receive what we expect. That the service provider meets the performance standard we expect. Now, we can't expect to have San Antonio fire level service where there's an ambulance every 30 feet. It doesn't work like that, folks. We got to take some responsibility for living out here.
If you check, we already have a service better than San Antonio Fire.
We got those people in a lot of cases. Now, and San Antonio Fire is good folks. But that's their second priority. And their third priority is to be good stewards of the resources that we provide to them. Pardon me. Yeah, it's fried chicken, so don't get excited. We have to expect of them to be good and honest stewards of the resources we provide them. And that means that if the money needs to be spent in Livonia, and it needs to be spent in Stockdale, it's spent at the right rate. Not spent in Livonia because that's where the tax money came from. Not spent in Stockdale because they were the first ones here. That's what the commissioners have to be. And that is the baseline for everything, whether this will be successful or not. Now, a lot of people don't understand the fact that the county does not run an ESD. The county appoints the commissioner. Now, where do you think they get the idea for who we want for a commissioner? They get it from us. If you go right now to the 4 commissioners in the commissioner's court and say, I would like for this lady next to me to be a commissioner on the board of commissioners for ESD 3, they're going to ask you a lot of questions. Does she have any business acumen? Is she dedicated to the community? Does she care about you and her neighbors? They're going to ask you those kind of questions. And if all of them are positive and they think that's the right choice, that's who they're going to go with. Now, after that, basically, the county has no control over the ESD. The county also is not, in case you didn't know this, the county is not constitutionally required to supply us with medical, pre-hospital medical services, nor fire services. But we're lucky that we've got a county management system and city management systems that care about us. So when we go out there, let's go out there as a community. We're growing a community, not an ESD. We're not worried about their money and their representation. We're worried about a big community. I care about what happens on the east side of Livonia, just like I care about what happens on the west side where I live. If this ESD is going to cover everyone, it's going to be the same way. I care about Stockdale, I care about Sutherland Springs, I care about everybody, the same as I care about me. So you spend your money on me like I need it in a fair and equitable way that you would spend it on somebody in Stockdale. And instead of us talk about, we're going to have to get somebody to jump off the board. These may be the best people to be on that board. We may not find someone in Livonia that's better than these people. So let's don't say we got to have representation of Livonia. Let's say we got to have good representation out of our community to run our ESD. Thank you.